Fabrizio confirmed that Arsenal and Sociedad have completed all paperwork for Martin Zubimendi deal. It's all signed. Zubimendi has completed formal steps of his move in London. He will be the first summer signing for Arsenal, fee around 65 million, so around 55 million pounds. It is a good signing. We all want a striker, yes, but Zubimendi, that is a very, very good signing. That is a player he definitely is going to improve our midfield. He's a player that has been linked to Real Madrid, to Liverpool over the last couple of years. So he's definitely a player that is quality. Just helped Spain win the Euros, helped Spain get to the Nations League final. Very good player in midfield for Sociedad. I think last season he was always available in every single game, never got injured. So hopefully does adapt very quickly to the English game, because looking likely that Partey is going to leave. So Zubimendi will be starting. At stars wanted him for like 2-3 seasons from what we've had. So hopefully it does fit in very, very well for us. The last few midfield signings, I think we signed Havertz and Merino's midfielders. Didn't really work out in the midfield positions, but players like Declan Rice and players like Partey and Odegaard, I think in midfield have been good signings. So let's hope Zubimendi turns out to be the same. So that's what Fabrizio said on Friday night, early Saturday morning. That deal was never in doubt. So let's go to the next thing that was said about Zubimendi. After a visit to Arsenal headquarters, Martin Zubimendi also spoke to Mikel Arteta again as his 100% new Arsenal player. Official statement being prepared as final step of the story, but never in doubt. Zubi will play for Arsenal. So yeah, this one was never in doubt. That will be our first new signing of the transfer window. I know we are looking at other forward players, but it's an exciting signing for sure. I cannot wait to see what it brings to our midfield, the technical ability it brings to our midfield, the control it brings to our midfield, the experience it brings to our midfield. Very interesting. It's always exciting when you sign new players, especially top players like this. Always exciting. So he visited the headquarters, so he will definitely be an Arsenal player, despite him saying he's not sure about his future like 2 weeks ago. He was never going to say, yes, but the day after Spain, I'm going to go to Arsenal, I'm going to sign for Arsenal. No player really says that. Martin Zubimendi has visited Arsenal's training headquarters in Hertfordshire ahead of his move from Sociedad. I think it was first reported by Sami Mokbel. And then this. Martin Zubimendi's move to Arsenal will become official in the first week of July, with the delayed announcement due to Sociedad not wanting the sale on their 2024-2025 financial year. Arsenal will pay 65 million euros, slightly over his release clause, in 3 installments. So, but first we were told it's going to be like around 4 or 5, but 3 installments still very, very good. Adding an extra like 4 million, 5 million for it to be paid in 3 installments. I still think it's a very, very good deal for a quality player like this. Quite a good deal. The first paragraph of that says it will be official in the first week of July. So I think Zubimendi would have already signed for Arsenal right now, but in terms of announcing it, Sociedad want us to announce it in July in the new financial year. So for that one, we just have to put the Zubimendi story on the side for the next 10 days until July 1st. Hopefully we announce it as quickly as possible. But yeah, we cannot announce it right now because Sociedad did not want it to be announced right now. So no big issue as long as the national player, as long as the moment the players come back in July for training and preseason, he is there. Absolutely no problem. So it's already welcome to Arsenal. Zubimendi. Martin Zubimendi will wear the number 36 at Arsenal. So that is a new number for him, confirmed by Charles Watts. Charles Watts came out with this news. He will be wearing the number 36 at Arsenal. I don't know the reason behind it. We'll look into it. So maybe there's something important about that number to him. Or maybe just likes the number. Who knows? So a new midfielder, I'm sure you'll be starting probably the first game of next season against Man United at Old Trafford. Hopefully brings that quality that we need. And as you can see here, he'll be reunited with Merino and also Odegaard in that midfield. That was literally once their midfield in Sociedad. Merino, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. So the only one who missed was Isaac up front. We missed Isaac as a striker. He also used to play for that team. And maybe Kubo on the right wing. Maybe he could be a player that we could end up getting as a backup for Saka as well. But Zubimendi, welcome to Arsenal. We had all those updates on him, so I had to go through all of them because we didn't talk about it yesterday. But will he be playing with this guy? Will he be playing with Thomas Partey or not? Will Thomas Partey be leaving or will he be playing next to Zubimendi? Now, according to reports, Arsenal, Thomas Partey leaving Arsenal is now at 90%, so that is quite high. The players' representatives are sure he will not extend if Arsenal don't increase their wage offer, which the club are not willing to do. Next week will be crucial for the situation. 90% is so high. So what I think is going to happen with this is, I think at the moment, as we're speaking right now, Arsenal are potentially already talking to other midfielders to see whether Partey can be replaced. If they feel like a deal is a bit impossible to do in terms of getting a new midfielder, maybe they will be forced to increase the wage a little bit for him to say, okay, let's give you one more year, stay for 1 more year. We're going to increase the wages a little bit. 2 years, I don't think he's going to get a 2-year contract. Now, if Partey wants a wage increase and also 2 years on his contract, I think he's going to leave. If he is happy to get like 1 year and maybe a little bit of wage increase if Arsenal cannot get another midfielder, then maybe at that point we are going to give him a new contract, or he's going to end up signing the new contract on the table. But again, not too long to decide on that. We only have like less than 10 days before his contract expires. So are we going to get him? Or actually, is it not Arsenal that is going to be forced? Maybe Thomas Partey will be forced to sign a new contract because if no other team is happy to get him right now, will he be like, okay, let me just sign for us in this 1 year and look at my option throughout the season? All that will be very interesting. So yeah, we are not sure if Partey is going to stay or not. This is something that is still in the air, but they're saying 90%. Bochilaba says 90% he's going to leave. I've never heard about Bochilaba, by the way. Guess is a journalist from Ghana or something. If not Ghana, maybe somewhere in Africa. Not sure. So yes, that is what he says. 90% is going to leave. So that is one to keep an eye on. We might need 2 midfielders next season. Anthony Gordon. Graham Bailey said Liverpool is Anthony Gordon's preferred option. He's on the list of other clubs. We know Chelsea and Arsenal both want that left side upgrading, and he's a player they like. To get Gordon out of Newcastle, I think it's highly, highly unlikely. Do Newcastle need to do a sale? Some clubs in football think they do. They think Newcastle will have to do something. Newcastle say they don't, but let's see how that progresses. As I said when we first talked about Gordon, hopefully we have other options. I'm happy that they said the new director talks to like 5, 6, 7 different players in every position. That is good. Especially in this particular position, you need options. If you just said, okay, we're going to get either Nico Williams or Anthony Gordon, it might not happen because Nico Williams doesn't want to come to England. He might not change his mind. He might definitely stay in Spain. And then Anthony Gordon, you're taking a risk because Newcastle don't want to sell him, and Gordon might not want to leave, and Gordon might want to join Liverpool anyway as his first option. So at that, you're playing a dangerous waiting game. You might tell he's going to join in July and then end up joining Liverpool or signing a new contract at Newcastle, and then you're stranded at that point where all the other wingers have moved on to other teams, and then you end up signing, players like Sterling that we signed in a panic at the end of the transfer window. So Nico Williams, Rodrigo, and Gordon can't be the only options because we know Nico Williams and Gordon are pretty much impossible. And Gordon anyway would cost like 70 million. I don't think there's too many Arsenal fans who want to pay 70 million for Anthony Gordon. If it's like 30, 40 million, maybe 70 million. No, at that point, you rather just add that 10 million and go and get Rodrigo and try and force a move from there. Or you go for players like Rafa Leao or Lookman, who I want to be part of the options as well. Have players that would want to leave their teams as well. Or, if you're convinced that the team might want to sell them and there's a very good player who might want to stay, you have done the due diligence and all that. Hopefully, we do end up getting a winger. We have to get a new winger, but you cannot just have Nico Williams on the list alone and then also Rodrigo, because the ball is not in our court for those deals at all. Oyedeji, what's the latest on Oyedeji? Sturm Graz has joined the race to sign Nathan Butler-Oyedeji, who will leave Arsenal when his contract expires this summer. I think Sturm Graz had I think they had Biereth, our other player. Let me confirm that. Biereth. I think Mika Biereth was there, if I'm not wrong. Let me just confirm that. Mika Biereth was the youngster who used to play with Balogun. Yes, he was. I was right. So 2024, 2025, for I think 1.5 seasons, Mika Biereth was at Sturm Graz. So it looks like we have a good relationship in terms of that with Sturm Graz. Now, Oyedeji, we already knew he was not going to be at Arsenal for too long. Last season, even when he didn't really have a striker, didn't really use him. And he's not really a youngster. Oyedeji is turning 23, so he's not really as young as players like Nwaneri or Lewis Kelly. So the fact that we're trying to look for a striker, and some people want two strikers, and we know Havertz and Marino are going to play a few games of striker next season. Where is this opportunity coming? I don't think so. And the fact there's a lot of pressure on Arteta and the rest of the team to deliver next season, I don't think there's too many games he'll be playing players like Oyedeji at all. I think Lewis Kelly and None are the ones who've emerged now. You're going to see Max Daumann next season a little bit, but the players like Oyedeji, you're not really going to see him. So his contract is expiring anyway, so he's going to leave Arsenal on a free. I don't think he'd want to sign a new deal. I don't think he should sign a new deal. I don't think he's going to get any opportunities next season, because the pressure is even double, triple what it has been. We are going to be fielding a lot of the experienced players next season. Even if Gyökeres Osesco is not there, it's going to be Havertz or Marino are going to play there. So he would be like fourth or fifth option in that position. So it's just better for him to move on. And the Austrian team, it's an Austrian team, they want to sign him. So all the best to Nathan Butler-Oyedeji. There was a lot of updates today. So let me know. And the question I asked at the beginning, thank you if you're still watching up until now. Martinelli, how much would you be trying to get for him? Would you even consider selling him? And then are you excited about the Zubimendi signing? Let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.